Welcome to the JWK show. We talk about crypto and we keep things short and concise. And also, a big thank you to crypto exchange BITUNIX as well for sponsoring the JWK show. Get your XRP by using the link in the description below. We have entered the 13th month. Today is the first day of 13. And before we had the 1% changing our time to 12 month calendars, we actually functioned through 13-month calendars. We had around 13 months of around 28, 27 days instead of 30, 31. And so, guys, according to the old calendar, we have the 13th month beginning from November 22nd to December 19th, symbolizing ending beginnings, choice points. So, guys, we do have from Bubba XRP Insider, and that is nothing happens to price until we reach 13. And we have from Howard Moon 589, the end is just the beginning. So guys, could we see big things happening to XRP's price and overall big macro events happening during the 13th month? Again, from November 22nd, which is the ISO 20022 migration dates, to December 19th. So on the first day of the 13th month, we had a very important day, and that was the ISO 20022 migration. Swift, 10,000 banks, BRICS, many countries, many payment systems, all using digital assets such as XRP. So, guys, very exciting timeline ahead. And we also had earlier this year, just in, Swift nearing agreement with Ripple to use XRP for cross-border payments with billions of XRP secured in escrow as liquidity reserves. So could we see this announcement coming in again as we finally have Swift migrating over to ISO 20022, again having access to use XRP through various APIs. We have an Epstein bombshell, a massive mega bombshell, and that is from Ron Radin, U.S. Senator from Oregon, and he says, "My staff is releasing a new report showing JP Morgan Chase executives all the way to the top, enabling Epstein's as trafficking operation." Guys, a lot of corruption going on with the highest members of the 1%. And we had the Oversight Committee releasing additional 20,000 page of Epstein docs on the 12th, and insiders started dumping Bitcoin on the 10th. So we had a big crash happen to cryptos on November. And then after that, guys, we had the release of more Epstein documents being related to Bitcoin. So, guys, it is happening. We do have Resolution 589. We have the completion, the symbolism of completion. 5 times 8 times 9 is 360, which is a full circle. Guys, this is perfect timing as we have the release of Epstein documents. We have the Bitcoin mass dumping happening from BlackRock. We have major outflows happening from Bitcoin and ETH as we have, again, Epstein connections rising. And this is happening as we have the launches of multiple XRP ETFs. So essentially, as we have Epstein files being released exposing Bitcoin, we have money flowing from Bitcoin into XRP, all foretold by the XRP insiders. We have liquidity from other cryptos flowing into XRP. We have this photo as well. We have Bitcoin going into Ripple XRP. So everything is coming together. As we talked about, guys, we have Bitcoin, not the one, but XRP. And we do have 12 funds coming in total. And we do have many more XRP ETF funds coming in. We do have the Magnificent 12. We have Canary, Bitwise, Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, 21 shares, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, Vanik, Fidelity, Arc, Galaxy, and so on, and a ton more to come. And we do have the latest updates with the ETFs. We have Canary XRPC with an ETF XRP total holding of 146 million XRP, and Bitwise at 59 million XRP. Guys, in just 7 trading days, we have 2 XRP ETFs securing, holding, locking up 205 million XRP. So imagine once we see the rest of the XRP ETFs launching and we see massive amounts of volume coming in and trading days, right, for these ETFs happening for 30, 60, 120 more, and so on. Imagine how much XRP these ETFs can lock. Guys, as we said, a supply shock is coming in ASAP. And we do have Bitwise XRP ETF taking the #1 spot in the US, surpassing Canary Fund's massive early lead. We can see we have the end of the week close. Bitwise volume of $21 million, which is equivalent to 1,000 shares, and Canary 606,000, which is equivalent to $12.9 million. And in total, we had $34.7 million being traded. Guys, a lot of volume going on. And next up, we have the Franklin Templeton XRP ETF coming in tomorrow. Massive 1.5 trillion traditional asset manager. And so with only a few million worth of XRP being seeded, the entire day should be flooded with inflows, net inflows, and we should see Bitwise opening with 25 million in volume and an acquisition of around 15 million XRP. So we're expecting similar numbers as we saw with Bitwise, and we can see Grayscale XRP with an initial private placement of just $11 million worth of XRP, 11.6, but with name brand and instant reach of Charles Schwab, one of the biggest traditional trading platforms. They are expected to come close to Canary's record of around $45-50 million in one day share volume, which is approximately 25 million XRP. So we have Grayscale, Franklin Templeton also accumulating a ton of XRP. We can see we do have the Grayscale XRP ETF locked and loaded on Charles Schwab. And guys, we have over millions of people using Charles Schwab with an average account of $50,000+. Guys, we could see a lot of money flowing into Grayscale XRP ETF from Charles Schwab. And lastly, we have G Treasury and Tranglo. We have Ripple's acquisition of G Treasury, $1 billion acquisition. And we do have G Treasury with Tranglo as well. Tranglo, a leading cross-border payments provider using Ripple payments to enable instant transactions across complex corridors, including supporting 5,000 plus payouts, partners across 70 plus countries, access to 100 plus financial institutions and partners globally through Ripple's network. We have end-to-end payment processing in less than a minute and 24/7 liquidity access, including weekends and holidays, making operations seamless. So we do have Tranglo using XRP through G Treasury. And lastly, back in 2014, people had to buy XRP using PayPal, and 75,000 XRP at that time was only $300. That is 0.004 per XRP. So unfortunately, I wasn't around XRP back in 2014, but imagine buying XRP at that price, right? That would be absolutely insane. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.